Coach, as you know, being over in Orlando, still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall. Coach, as you know, being over in Orlando, still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second down, McCaffrey. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Great. Got to do better. Come on, QB, come on.
From the gun on third down, Newton. And he's got his target. That's more. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Give him 30 yards there. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10.
Gun.
From the gun, here's Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And I think the ball's out. The touchdown giving him the first quarter lead. Remember, they lost a rough game 2 weeks ago. Then they had to sit through the open week, but a good start here.
And just think about everyone around them, everyone around the organization. When you lose headed into that open week, everyone's cringing because you don't have a chance to get on the horse and ride it again for at least 2 weeks. Well, they were able to take that time, use it constructively, and now they're back in form.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Got it. 52 by 52. Watch the cross. Pilot, 64. Weak. Jim. Now.
On first down, Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Well, that second down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Lawrence looking down into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Here's McCaffrey, and he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
180. 8. Switch.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. That's to McCaffrey, complete.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
First carry for the former Florida Gator, Jordan Scarlett. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Switch.
Now a shotgun handoff to Scarlett. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Jordan Scarlett, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Extra point try good by Gano, and that'll make the score 14-0. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Bravo.
To throw again. Lawrence. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Yo, go.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. The former LSU Tiger Dante Jackson on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2 jet bombers. Go.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down, stopped at the Panthers' 40-yard line. This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, Lawrence. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Throwing on 1st down, Lawrence. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
From the gun, Lawrence. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That's caught by Howard. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll make it 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. 2nd and 5. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. O.J. Howard his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
That's what I do. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Check three.
This is Scarlett on the carry. And he's got room past the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Jordan Scarlett with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League.
52's the mic, boys. 52.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. And this one complete to Will Fuller. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
High 7.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And that's Elliott, complete. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. 3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3.
Here I come again. X3. 218. Chop it. Chest. Go. I need one over here. No. Check that.
2nd and 3. Steps away to his left. And this will be incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. That one complete to Elliott. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on fourth down here.
61, matchbox lights. Ready?
Running with Elliott. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Ezekiel Elliott not able to get it past the marker. And the Panthers will get the football back.
Double dog, that's the way. Gun. Watch the shot.
On first down, Newton. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Ready? Get it.
I got him.
Gun.
Third and long, it's Newton. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. A great return there of 22 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. The Jets out to an early lead over the Dolphins. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Hey. Check 52.
On first down, Lawrence. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, but it's going to be second down.
Brings up second and 10.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Here we go. Check safety. He's coming. Double up. He's tripping.
Off the play fake. Lawrence. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Incomplete. Brings up third down and 10.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a third and 10.
Go. Get it.
The final shot before break. Lawrence got a man. It's Ross, complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Brings up third down and 7.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. Lawrence. Open man. Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. This quarterback now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Lawrence into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
And it's third down.
What is it? 42. I got you.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And Cam Newton's not coming off the field. They'll keep the offense out to go for it on 4th. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. To throw on 3rd down, Lawrence. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Juju Smith-Schuster, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it with Scarlett. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They turn to Scarlett again. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way, because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Off play action, Lawrence. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Back now in Tampa. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. On 3rd down, Lawrence. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the 1st. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. Will Fuller, nobody there to stop him. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Will Fuller, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. The 21st pick back in the 2016 draft, Will Fuller, and we know that he can take the top off of a defense.
He certainly can, and the way that he does it is just straight, pure speed. And I saw it with one of the better defensive coordinators in the league, and I said, how do you defend that? And he said, at times, you absolutely don't. If the quarterback gets time and he heaves it downfield, Will Fuller's going to outrun any coverage you put out there.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
20.
Out of the gun, Newton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. T.J. Watt able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. To throw is Newton. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
20.
The shotgun snap for Newton. And he can't get away. Newton can't escape the pressure, and it's a safety. Well, I don't know if careless is the right word there, but bottom line, here in the 4th quarter, tie game, you can't do that.
You sure can, Brandon, and not only do you give up the lead, now you've got to turn around, punt it away from your own 20 as well. So it's really a double whammy with time starting to become a factor.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity. Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Kill. Shoot. Small.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. That good for 22 and a 1st down. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Check 25.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Go now. 70, Indy. Hey, Delta.
Mike 52, Mike 52.
You better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
New Mike 52, Mike 52.
To throw on second down. Lawrence over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point. Good. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. He'll run it, and he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Ready. Black 80.
Mike 54. Rip left, rip left.
Ready.
To throw again on second down. Newton. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Here we go. Here we go. Black 80.
54 Mike.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way.
Gun, gun. Ready.
Now Newton on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because their only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Newton's pass is on target to Moore. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Now Newton. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. From 8 yards out, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead is down to 2. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out. 1st and 10 at the 40. 10th carry now for Elliott. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 42.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. The Panthers are going to take another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
You draw quarters. Hey, box truck. Ready?
Again, it's Elliott. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the 1st down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my...
It's caught inside the 25. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. Checking in on Houston. It's in the 4th quarter there. And the lead has gotten even bigger. The Texans, they've got it in cruise control right now. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 36, and he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. You must be getting
From the gun, Lawrence. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. So they'll get another shot away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked out right there at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down.
And got his man complete. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Off the play fake. Lawrence. He's going to fire one deep over the... He's got it at the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle